Jay Prince or whomever. They're guys that they have signed get involved with some crazy foolishness. Do they get wrapped up in the mix as well? Like Murder Inc. type deal, you know?
Gotcha.
What's your thoughts?
My thoughts is this, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out. I usually let the people like yourself speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like mrecktv is a platform non-biased. I let the and also not really opinionated. You feel me? Because I don't really speak on dudes' cases, but I was just curious to see how this gonna play out with Jay-Z. Is Jay-Z gonna hold him down and give him the best lawyer, you know, to represent his case, or Jay-Z's going to turn his back and act like, you know, he don't rock with him or like he don't know him. You did?
What is history? You know?
Huh?
What is history? Tell us. You know?
I mean, history is a whole nother thing. That's what I'm saying. But then you got different relationships. You know, we got history, whereas, you know, Jay-Z did turn his back on Beanie Sigel, but he held Meek Mill down. You understand what I'm saying? And Meek Mill is managed by Roc Nation. Beanie Sigel was directly signed to Jay-Z at Rockefeller. So that's a conversation. But thanks for calling. Peace. You now tune in to mrecktv. It's absolutely no cursing. If you can't articulate yourself without cursing, just watch the show and just let somebody else speak. Peace. Hello?
What's up with it, Mrekt?
What's going on, man? How you?
Man, chilling, man. Coming down from the, Texas, man. New York, well respected. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it short. Like, you know how we do.
Yeah, no doubt, my brother. Hold on one second. Smash that like button. My audio was muted early on, but smash that like button. Y'all know the MREC room etiquette. Pound that like button. Share this live. Let's get it. Talk to me, my brother.
All right, man. It's your man Polo, and listen, though, MREC, man. I'm going to say it like this, man. We as a people have got to get it together. Look, man, we blinded by the light, man. You see, that's why I listen to you. I listen to your, not on your music, man. See, your music actually has a message. I like your music, man, because shoot, you one of the last of the dying breed in terms of consciousness.
Thank you, bro.
You know, and see, leads me to my other point or whatever, not to be long-winded. See, this is the thing right here. We need to be focused on what the naysayers said that the Black community couldn't do. We need to be focused on investing. We need to be focused on generational wealth. We need to be focused on how to survive right now. But instead, we're preaching this message about, oh, yeah, you know, killing one another. Oh, you know, my guy about to go to jail and everything, Casanova, stuff like that. Now, the reason why I say that is because, you know, this right here, man, when you get a bag and you get multiple bags in order to set up your family, your kids, man, why not just go back, chill in the cut, and don't do anything? Instead, man, you at the point now where you never probably, man, you're going to get decade minimum. So my thing is this, man, we have got to do better as a community, man. If you get that bag, man, you got to invest in something. You got to set that up for generations. You feel me?
I agree, my brother. I definitely agree. It's about generational wealth. This is something I always spoke on and always, you know, address. I mean, but you know,
and that's why we I ain't gonna cut you off, but hey, look, I'm in the South, I'm in Texas. Hey, but hey, I'm gonna tell you, my guys, we love him, right?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That guy, we you know what I'm saying? Because I got people, you know, on the East, so we rep hard for you, man. And man, you that guy, man. You the truth, bro.
Thank you, bro. That's love. I appreciate you calling. And so what's happening out there in Texas, man? Because there was a lot going on these last few weeks with rappers getting shot and killed.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I'm all in the midst of it, man, and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, man, they talk about it, you know, for a little bit, man. People gonna, you know, beef and do what they do, you know what I'm saying, out here. But the thing about it is that, you know, that I know what you're talking about, the whole Mo3 situation, all that stuff. See, that is that's a beef and rivalry that goes beyond rap that I'm not going to really get into, but you already know how it is. That's something that's going to take years and years of cleaning out to really sit down and two parties for them to come to a ceasefire. But until that, man, that ain't even gonna happen, man. We could scream all this Black Lives Matter stuff and
you right,
scream
bro.
all this we shall overcome stuff.
I'm gonna take this next call, bro. I'm gonna take this next call. Thanks for calling, though. You heard? Peace. Peace. You're not allowed. Mute your audio, fam. Mute your audio. You gotta mute your audio. Yeah. Before you address the show, just make sure you can conduct yourself without, you know, using profanity. State your name.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
State your name, where you calling from, and you know, just take your time. So you ain't gotta use no curse words, because everybody always say that, and then they be like, you know, using the S word and all that. Like, you know, just articulate yourself. I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good, bro.
All right, cool. Yeah, what's up, mRekt, man? Big ups to your show. You always bringing up good news. My name is Russ, straight from Jersey. It's a tragic situation for Casanova to be in the situation he's in. This shows me that he has nobody on his side that really loves him. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's directing him to do, you know, to stay away from certain things like that. Because you got to understand, you know, he is from that real lifestyle. Like, he's not everything he rhyme about. It's not false. You know, he comes from like his prison background's pretty thorough. He's respected in the streets. So, you know, those kind of individuals, their perspective in life is totally different from civilians like myself. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as far as the Jay getting him a lawyer, we all know his reputation, man. He'll be in for a little bit, but eventually he's gonna cut him off, man. You know what I mean? And that's just a sad thing to see, man, because he accomplished so much, you know? Now he just, you know, because of the bad decision that he made, being involved with this situation with the feds, you know, he's gonna lose everything all over again, man. You know? Yeah, unfortunately, it's looking that way, but hopefully it works out for him, man. You know what I mean? Because he did do time, came home, got to it, you know what I'm saying? Which a lot of dudes can't transition from going from prison to going into the music industry and being successful. So, gotta salute that. That's so true. Gotta salute that. Let me interject real quick. People that do real time like that in a hostile environment, they have a psychological issue. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, not only your mental is not, you know, your mental is not. Hello? All right. Peace. You now tuning in to mrecktv. Keep it clean.
What's going on, Brad? What's going on, man? Represent East New York, brother.
Yeah, what's going on? First of all, let me say this, man. If you can't conduct yourself without using profanity, just listen to the show, because, you know, I'm over here working. You dig what I'm saying? And those are the rules. You know what I mean? It's all good if you curse, but just not on this show. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a grown man. I can't tell a grown man how to conduct himself on my show. Just give me that respect. I appreciate you. Now speak your piece, my brother.
Respect is due.
Respect, love.
Yeah, man. They talking about, you know, Casanova. You know, sometimes, man, let me tell you something, man. You selling records, and sometimes your records ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? And you got to come up with that extra money. And some of these labels and record companies, they ain't dishing out that money. They're just looking at you like, damn, bro, this guy ain't selling records like that. And they got bills to pay, man. These brothers, they got bills, so they got to find another hustle. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. It happens to all of us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if he's going to do a little bit of time, then, you know, just keep your mouth shut and keep it pushing, you know what I mean? You know what he did was wrong, and but my main concern is everybody pointing the finger at the brother. You You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's gonna be that one person or that two persons gonna be like, oh yeah, Casanova, you know, because right now he's like the ringleader of the situation. They're looking at him like the ringleader, and everybody else is just little guys. You know what I mean?
Got you. Thanks for
But it's
calling,
kind of
bro.
Up, though.
Appreciate it. Peace. You're now tuning in to mrecktv. Keep it clean. State your name, where you calling from. Absolutely no cursing. You heard?
Peace, Rick. This is Debo from Staten Island.
Debo, what's happening?
What's up, fam?
Chilling, family. Good speaking to you always. You know?
Well,
Real quick,
absolutely.
Debo. Hold on 1 second. Smash that like button. Pound that like button. Y'all know the MREC room etiquette, Debo. Speak your piece, my brother.
I'm just like this, man. When you're in the entertainment business, you know what the contract says. If you can't read, get somebody that can read for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't comprehend something, ask questions. You know, when you sign on that dotted line, none of us was there. Don't wait till you get on the news and now you asking for us to come to your aid, because when you was popping them bottles, it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
Now that your world start crumbling, now, the feds is after me. You know why they after you.
Mm.
You know, you and whoever you was in that circle with, they know.
Mm.
And Jay-Z and all these other people, these labels don't put a gun in your head to sign on no dotted line.
Mm.
So I can't feel sorry for dudes. It's like, once you an entertainer, that's your job.
That's a fact.
Now, if you were acting in Hollywood, that's what it is. This is what entertainers do. I'm never gonna look at an entertainer like he's this gangster on the street, because gangsters are silent and you don't see them. Every time I see you on TV, you a target. So when you talking some tough guy stuff, you under surveillance. So I'm not never looking at you like, is this guy believable? Nah. You could be tough, you just don't have to be seen. Once we all see you and you talking that extra stuff, it's like, come on, man, it's a matter of time.
That's a fact.
Because you think you're looking for validation from what? Viewers and followers on IG and Facebook and all of that. Mm-hmm. I'm an entertainer. And when you watch a movie, it lets you know no actors were harmed, no animals, stuff like that. Put that out there so people can understand, oh, this dude's an entertainer. He's not a tough guy. Mm-hmm. He's just an actor on TV. That's about it. But this is not going to be the first or the last. And I just don't feel sorry for dudes who get a bag and then you lost your bag. Now we're going to play victimhood. I'm a victim. They trying to get me. Wasn't like that a week ago. Remember what Jay-Z said? It was all good just a week ago.
Mm-hmm. He damn sure wrote a song about it.
So that's what I'm saying. I look at Jay. He's not getting in trouble. The dudes that come from our era, rarely with any of them in trouble, because we all had a message. So, and the dudes that's cutting the check for you, they're not getting in trouble. Whatever label he on, look up the guy that's signing Casanova's check and see if he's in jail or not. Then you put two and two together. It's like, how is it that the entertainers are going to jail, but the dudes in the offices, none of them are in jail?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, listen to the music you're putting out there, because you setting yourself up for failure. It's like putting sorcery on yourself. You believe in your own hype, and then when it really happened, it's like, oh, sweat, I was just playing. No, it's too late. There was a game we used to play called No Backseats, So once you say something, don't try to take it back. You put it out there. If you're a tough guy and you're doing illegal stuff, don't put that on wax, because when the judge see you, he's going to use it against you.
That's a
it's
fact,
like police
brother.
say, you have the right to remain silent. Yeah, you have that right to remain silent. So just apply that to everyday life.
Yes,
before
sir.
you start putting stuff on wax and making videos and acting like you this Don Dada. If you that Don Dada, you don't need to know that, to be honest with you. Once you're an entertainer, don't even bring them streets with you. Don't bring that with you. Nobody even needs to know that. The validation is, if you like Michael Jackson and Rick James and all of them, we're going to respect you for your music. That's the whole part of music business. You got good music. That's what we care about. What you do with your personal life and what you do with your money, that's your business. If you want to buy 1 million cars, you don't even got to televise that because I don't care about your lifestyle. Just give me the music. That's all I want. That's it. I just want your music. I don't want nothing else.
Facts. Yo, Debo, great assessment. Great assessment as always. Appreciate you calling. Salute, my brother.
Peace.
Peace. You're now tuning in mrecktv. Gotta keep it clean. Mute your audio, because it's sounding crazy. Mute your audio.
Yeah.
Mute your audio. There's absolutely no profanity. So if you can't curse, just watch the show. You know what I mean? This right here is no profanity. State your name, where you calling from, and speak your mind.
Yo, my name is Jay, man. I'm coming from California. I noticed you got a California number. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. I get money in California. I done did shows, and I do a lot of things in California. But what's happening though?
Yeah, man. I sent you my stuff for my documentary in Chicago, man, with this harvest kill, organ harvesting, man. It's a very powerful project.
Do me a favor, send that again to mrecktv@gmail.com. I get a lot of emails, but send that again. I'm gonna look for that today. Send that again.
Yeah, man. This is they're killing our kids, man. A lot of kids in Chicago are getting killed, getting popped, and their organs being stolen, my dude.
Yeah, now I got that.
I did an investigation.
Yeah, but I need you to speak on.
I went out there, in the war myself, man, the South Side, man. I almost got killed with a camera on my shoulder, my dude.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I need you to speak on this situation right here, my G.
Yeah, but this Casanova thing, man, it's a hell of it's hell on earth right now, man. These kids, man, they ain't got no fathers, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to be in the entertainment industry, but they ain't got no guidance. Ain't nobody in their hood, ain't nobody in their family really give a damn about them, there to protect them. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the uncles, man? You know what I mean? The OGs that's around of every family. You know what I mean? These cats, they get on, they don't even have their family involved. They have other niggas involved.
Facts. I appreciate you calling, fam.
You gotta have somebody, you gotta have an OG in your crew. You can't have just a bunch of dudes you don't know. They're trying to protect your money, protect your life. They're not gonna care for you.
That's a fact, my brother. I appreciate you calling, bro. All right?
No doubt.
Salute.
One love.
Yeah, man. We live on mrecktv. Smash that like button, pound that like button. When you call up, it's absolutely no cursing. We grown people. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to conduct yourself and articulate yourself without cursing. All that my bad and all that, like, come on, man. Like, let's not do that. Let's keep it clean. So far, so good. Let's keep it right and exact. 347 and 347s and them 917s be kind of, the energy be, I don't know. So I'm gonna wait for another caller, man, because it be your own people. You know what I'm saying? Them 347s and them 917s, niggas be calling up with bad energy. So I'm gonna keep the energy good. Maybe I answer those later on in the show. But let me see what the chat talking about. Let me see. The number keep calling. Let me see. Hold on. Hey, mute your audio. Hello. Mute your audio.
mrecktv show.
Mute your audio. See the energy. I don't even like the energy. You know what I'm saying? 347. I could just dissect the energy. It just don't be right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going for it. Don't even be right. Anytime it's 917, 347, the energy is always bad. Like in Brooklyn and just NYC, the energy ain't right out here, man. They just mad. You know what I mean? Exactly. Them NY numbers, I'm good. That's why I got my number is a Cali number. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be put in that bad energy box. But anyhow, we're talking about Casanova. And this is the I might get the Earth on the phone. Now, with Jay-Z, when Beanie Sigel was going through what he was going through, Jay-Z distanced himself, right? But then years later, Meek Mill signed to the management. Now, Beanie Sigel was a Rock Nation was a Rockefeller artist. Meek Mill was a Rock Nation artist that was signed to the management. But Beanie Sigel was more direct. 718 too. I don't know, man. These 718 numbers. I'm gonna test the waters, man. Peace. You're now tuned into mrecktv. Mute your audio, please. Keep it clean. Peace. Peace.
Yo, MREC, what's up?
What's going on, my G? Gotta keep it clean.
No doubt, no doubt. Listen, I was trying to call you because I got like 10 minutes left.
Okay.
The Untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation, right?
Okay.
I was a part of that years ago. On top, like put in work.
Okay.
So this situation with Cass, that's messed up. I don't even think he had nothing to do with that. It's just that the people that was around him was doing stuff, and they figured that they was affiliated, so they might as well say, let's snatch him up too. Cause you like, say like somebody and they do something, they want to take everybody down.
That's a fact. But also, did you see the video of Casanova, I guess girl or baby mom's homegirl is snitching to the feds or to the police? And she says, of course, Casanova name, and then they ask her, who do she know? She says, I know everybody, and I could tell you XYZ and all that. So that's on the internet. I was going to use the video, but I said, nah, that's owned by the feds. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, even with this case, I don't really touch cases like that. I'm just touching on the narrative with, would Jay-Z come to his defense and give him proper representation, or somebody from Rock Nation give him the proper legal representation for his case? You know what I'm saying? So this is my narrative. I don't really touch on people's cases and all that. You dig what I'm saying? Like the whole indictments and all that and who's involved. That's not really my thing. But I will lightly give people a little briefing so those that's out the loop, they could be in the loop somewhat. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, I understand.
Yeah, so because all right, you say you was a part of the Untouchable Gorilla Stone Nation. Now, how did you get out? I thought that was like, once you blood in, you know what I'm saying? It's blood in, blood out. Like, you know what I mean? It's like ain't no outs from what I heard.
Nah, it is outs. Like back then when it first jumped off, a lot of people part ways. Some people change their lives. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And some people they change up. They want to jump on another whip, or you know what I'm saying? They want to go on another team or whatever. So I changed my lifestyle around. I say, this ain't it. You know?
Why did you change your lifestyle?
If you look at it, a lot of people that was close to me, they ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I was going to head down the same path, even though I know I was getting myself into. But that's not what I wanted for myself. So I bettered myself and changed my life, and I part ways. Got you.
How long ago was that? If you don't mind me asking.
That was around like 10 years ago.
Oh, 10 years ago. Okay, so that was about the time. That was about the time.
Yeah, this was way before Cass even was a gorilla.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to say is, I don't think he had nothing to do with none of that. I just think that somebody just blown his name up, even though, some people that you hang with might do something and they consider y'all all they consider everybody guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. I appreciate you.
And I just think it's messed up, man.
Got you.
So to be honest though, them dudes are solid. I don't think none of the dudes is gonna flip. You can't flip because once you go inside, how you gonna eat? You can't flip.
Facts.
So just say like if that was the case, ain't nobody flipping.
No, I got you. I didn't say I that wasn't even my angle, but I'm glad you spoke on that. Appreciate you calling,
Yeah,
family.
ain't nobody flipping, but I don't think he had nothing to do with none of that. I just like, people like to use other people's names to try to get themselves out of a situation.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
You know what I'm saying? I wish that man the best and his family and all that. I never met him, but like it's crazy, man.
Yeah, I met him a few times. You know what I'm saying?
You met him a few times?
Definitely.
Like, yo, man, them dudes is real solid, man. Those is real, like, solid street dudes.
No doubt. I appreciate you tapping in, bro.
Situation, but I wish him the best, man.
No.
Yo, Rack, good looking, man.
I got you, fam. Salute.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
All
right, peace. Got my brother Blue Blood Sports TV with the super chat. Says salute to you, King. The Grustle don't stop. You already know, King. Appreciate you. Love. Go subscribe to Blue Blood Sports TV. That's my brother right there. Matter of fact, yo, Blue, call up, my brother. Call up real quick. And I love to get your assessment on it, man. It's a number that keep calling. I'm not, just for the fact that it keep calling is 347. I'm not rocking with it, man. My spirit telling me that energy ain't right from that number. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rocking with it. Peace.
Blood Sports TV, that's my
mutual audio.
Right there. Matter of fact,
mutual audio.
Blue.
Mutual audio.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, my brother? Keep it clean, keep it short. State your name, where you calling from.
I'm calling from DC, man.
Okay, what's going on? Keep it clean, my brother.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, it's real unfortunate, man, how situations play out, in that industry, man, because it's like, it seems like it's writing on the wall, but, don't nobody want to read it. And then, in the same token, this is what being taught to these youngers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't duck it if that's what you learn it. If you learning how to be that type of style, move like that out in the street, you gotta take all of it. And a lot of times with them big boys like that, they gonna snatch everybody.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And they'll make you sit. Cause Slim might just be one that's gonna sit. He might be just one that's gonna sit until the whole thing over, then they let him go. You know what I'm saying? It could go like that, or they could put him on. You know what I'm saying? They can activate his account. Especially if he got a past record. If he been in, he got an account. Everybody, if you've been in before, your name on the list. Let's be clear. Yeah, and they'll activate your ass. Person.
Nah, it's all good, fam.
Yeah, activate it.
It's all good, fam. Thanks for calling. I appreciate you. You heard me?
Don't know.
All right.
Don't know.
Yeah, man. We talking this Casanova, who's from Rock Nation, or maybe he got the proper representation because he did wait like a day or two, right, before he turned himself in. So they probably waited. They contact the lawyers. He probably waited to hear from his label. They gave the lawyer the retainer, and then he went down there. But I don't know. See, I don't know. This is all speculation, but I'm just looking at the case as a whole. You know what I mean? Hold on 1 second. I think, let me see. Okay, got you. That's my brother, Blue Blood Sports TV. He would have called then. He had, he handling some business and all that. So hold on, man. I'm missing calls. These 917, these 347s, those numbers, man. I don't really be liking the energy. No disrespect, but the energy ain't right, man. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all niggas gonna have to change your area codes because, peace. You now tune into mrecktv. Keep it clean. Keep it short. State your name, where you calling from.
That's OTG. I'm calling from Philly.
What's going on, TG?
What's going on, bro? So I just wanted to say that I don't think Jay-Z's going to do too much for him. Once you get into the place that he's at, you kind of stuck on your own once you get caught out there. I just think that it's bad that, the way that the media tries to portray these gangs because, the history of gangs is 60 plus years old. Not all gangs is bad. They was here to police black people and keep black people safe. So of course the media is always going to try to deter black people from being a part of something and put things in the media that's super crazy. So I just hope the cats get off of that. I think he don't really even got nothing to do with it. I think it's just the affiliates, and that's why they hit him with a conspiracy. Because
I'm hoping the same thing. Like, I'm hoping the same thing, that he ain't got nothing to do with it, being that he has the bigger name. They trying to attach the case to him. You know understand what I'm saying? And then being that he is Gorilla Stone, blooded in and all that, so you could be guilty by association too. So you know how that gang thing go too, because you know that's why that RICO thing was put in place for anybody that's guilty by association. They could come snatch you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not involved. You know what I'm saying?
I was affiliated with the Black Stones from the Midwest, and you know the Jeff Fort is the first domestic terrorist.
My bad. Then I gotta take this call. That's the Earth calling. Earth, hit me right back. I'm gonna take this call, bro. Just hit me back. Yeah, Earth, call back up. I didn't see it. Call me right now, Earth. I'm ready. Got the Earth and Mina about to jump on the line. Hold on 1 second. Earth, hit me right back. I got the lines clear for you. Let me see what's going on. Well, I'm not seeing. Okay. Yeah, Earth, call me right now because I can't. Okay. No, that's not the Earth. It's not the Earth. But yeah, the Earth and Mina about to call up. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat until she call up the line. 1 second. I'm gonna say this. I'm not saying Casanova's guilty or not guilty, but I would say he's guilty by association. This is why I always say, and y'all know this, I have my own gang. Gutter Music, mrecktv, that's my gang. I'm not associated with Bloods or Crips. I know homies from both, you know, I guess you want to call it sets or whatever you want to call it. But me personally, nah. Hold on. Earth, I don't know why. It's only ringing one time. I guess so many people's calling. So when I see your number, you know, call me again, Earth. But like I was saying, man, y'all got to understand, when you become part of a gang, you're going to be held accountable for any gang activity that's according to that set. Peace, Earth.
I don't know why.
Mute your audio, Earth.
Yeah, it's muted. Peace,
okay,
peace, General. Peace. Good morning.
Peace. Good morning, Earth.
I'm laughing because of why. Just real quick, why the general got to tell grown folks not to curse? Like, really? It's got to keep it not to curse, keep it clean. Like, y'all, just keep it clean so that this can run smooth, because it's going smooth. I love it.
Nah, it went smooth. Just one dude cursed, just like maybe like 2 minutes ago. He said ass or whatever. It's cool, you know, because we deep in the show. But I gotta say that because you know how they be doing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know how they do.
Right. No. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I called them because of just to give my you know, my opinion.
Of course.
Say the opinion about the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you know about Rock Nation or the history of Rock Nation or the history of the artist formerly known as Sean Carter, okay, just pay attention to the people he signed, the artist things. First of all, the whole thing with the Desiree Lopez broad, okay, the whole Colombian wiretap thing. You know what I'm saying? The whole they a whole fake organization. But the fact that the artist that he signed niggas to shelf them. That's what he does. And you only seen him. You don't see these artists come out with any projects. If they do, it's struggling. It's no real promotion, no real backing by this management company. They're not getting book shows and none of that. They just sit and they shelf. They shelf. But when it comes to certain acts that have some type of legal trouble, do know that it's planned. They run it. The news will run it. You know what I'm saying? to the public as a distraction for one.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? To build momentum and have people talking about it and things like that. But to paint this agenda. So then you have the big homie, the artist formerly known as Sean Carter, that comes out the cut and then saves this particular artist, like the 21 Savage thing. He paid that $200,000 lawyer fee and all that kind of crap. You understand what I'm saying? But meanwhile, when he, like you mentioned, I'm going to piggyback off what you mentioned, Beanie Sigel was his artist. That was the artist, meaning direct, not even doing management, a direct link artist. And you
turn your back.
Homie.
Yeah.
You curved.
Yeah, curved.
You curved it. And here's just one point I want to make. They a lot of these record companies. Okay, I'm gonna go talk briefly about that meeting that they had. It was a meeting that they had like 20 years ago. And they had like the CEOs. Crazy Brown put it on his podcast. He talked about it. It was this meeting that these CEOs had with the government or people from the government regarding that they wanted to target a certain type of demographic, a certain type of appeal and look that they wanted these CEOs to push to their artists so that they can put these real people in situations to fill up these jails. Okay.
Facts. So
you have a situation where we find it out through history because we come from an era of hip hop in its essence, where everybody that came out, regardless of what area in the country they were from or the world, they came with their story. You know, they was real. They talked about what they get-ins and what they've been through, things like that. And now you got manufactured artists where these is fake characters, alter egos, all kind of MK Ultra, all this kind of crap. Okay, but here's the end game in that. These labels sign these fake characters to actually indict the real criminal, the real one, to touchdown to the street. To touchdown to the streets. Now, meanwhile, he's the face, meaning he's an artist, but trust me, it's a whole bunch of niggas that's underneath him that's real street dudes that's going to jail. I don't care if he went to jail before. I'm talking about real criminals. You understand what I'm saying? You use a fool to catch a fool. You understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So you have these fake rappers that signed by these labels, and they out here telling stories of their uncles, their cousins, real street gangsters. You understand what I'm saying? And now you have a situation where it'd be more than, he ain't gonna be the only one indicted. It's gonna be a whole bunch of real street dudes that's continuing on while he the face being his fake rapper. The rest of them, the street dudes that he got his entourage, the ones that's still out there dealing whatever what they dealing with, they the ones that's gonna be indicted as well. You understand? So I just wanted to make that point.
Nah, but speaking on what you was just saying about people being indicted, in this case, they indicted 17 other people before him. They already got those dudes locked up, according to mainstream media or what's been reported, right? I think he was the last one. He was the missing piece. So they already had, I don't know if you've seen this video. It's this female that's friends with his girlfriend or baby mother. They was interrogating her and she was giving up all the info. She was like, who y'all want? It's on YouTube. I didn't really want to touch that. You know what I mean? That's federal property.
Yeah. Other content, right?
You feel me?
Right.
And they was asking her, who could you give us? She said, I can give you everybody who you want. And then she mentioned Casanova name and certain crimes, the scamming, and I don't know all the other stuff, but she mentioned a lot. From what I'm understanding, because people told me this a while ago that it was going to go down. You know what I'm saying? But it's not my business to, you know what I mean? People told me that it was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? I hear a lot of stuff in the streets. Now, Shorty, I think, did her time. You know what I mean? Due to the fact of her cooperation, allegedly. So when the video came out, she already out from what I'm hearing. She already did her, I guess, 1.5 years, 2 years or whatever. You dig? So what they did was locked her away. So by the time, you know, I guess the case is being in court and all that, everybody is under indictment and they bringing everybody in. She's safe. She's in a safe zone now. You dig? Oppose.
Right. She's out of town somewhere. Right.
Exactly. Witness protection program or whatever, because they got a video of her. So I'm pretty sure if they ain't do her dirty, they got her tucked away somewhere because they got her on video. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's crazy. You know what I mean? You know, salute to
because he was
I'm sorry.
Because he was, from what I hear, he was signed for as a favor to Bleak or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got a lot of cats who you know, they get signed because of who they are, who they related to, who you know, for a favor, whatever the case may be. But it wasn't no real promotion with this dude. No real promotion with this dude. You understand what I'm saying? So now you have a situation where you got these cats so eager to sign because it's the artist formerly known as Sean Carter. But then what you really signing up for? The whole thing with this real brief, and then I'm gonna drop down and let somebody else go. With 6ix9ine, right? They was already watching them cats.
That's a fact.
Group, right? The feds, they was already, once they mentioned fentanyl, it was a wrap on the wiretap. Once you mentioned fentanyl, the feds came sniffling around, and that was it. They was sat on them for 2 years. Right? Now the feds, they gonna sit on you quiet. So they've been sitting on him, trust me. They've been sitting on him. That female they probably had her for a couple of years in the cut. Everything.
Yeah, definitely.
The feds will sit for a couple of years so their case is airtight. That way you can't, like somebody said, a 98% conviction rate. You right when it comes to the feds. So him turning himself in, if the female gave all the info, what is it that you gonna give up? And he's gonna wind up telling. So here's the thing, you don't have to be on paperwork to be a snitch. And also, I need the people out here to stop calling everybody a snitch, even though you don't have to be on paperwork to be one. And you also find out who snitches on you through the discovery. Hello? A lot of cats don't even know or pay attention to that.
Facts.
So this is just my opinion, Emily. I honestly believe that this is part of what this movie we watching, because I told y'all they're going to be going from the higher of the upper echelon down to the low-level street cats to get them all out of here.
That's a fact. You've been saying that.
All right.
Nah, stay on the line. Hold on. Stay on the line. Hold on. I'm about to, play some promo, but stay on the line real quick. Hold on. I got to play this promo. For those of y'all who didn't catch the Chris Gotti, promo that I put out, speaking on, Jay-Z and Irv falling out due to the non-signing to Murder Inc. I'm about to play that video because YouTube suppressed my my content and my views yesterday. Because if you didn't know, YouTube, they didn't go down, but it was something wrong with their analytics for like a few hours. So it was a lot of videos not being I guess a lot of videos wasn't. The alerts to a lot of videos wasn't being sent out. So let me play that real quick.
Yo, this is Chris Gotti, and you're watching me right now on mrecktv. You can never fuck with another man's enemy. I don't care what it is.
That's a fact.
Especially getting money. I'll give you a big story with Jay-Z and Irv. Okay. At the time. Nas. Irv did Super Ugly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's this beef with Jay and Nas. As you know, we fucked with Nas, but we also fucked with Jay all the way. Like, that's my brother. At the end of the day, that was one of his biggest mistakes with Jay-Z was fucking with Nas.
So yeah, man, that's gonna drop. The full interview gonna drop maybe tomorrow. The trailer, the preview is up. You can watch it on the channel. But YouTube was kind of down yesterday, so that video kind of didn't get to everybody. So I had to, promote it. That's why I do what I do. I got my own machine, and I don't depend on YouTube to promote me. I'm gonna promote me and my team. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody got exclusives like me. I ask the questions that these other niggas ain't gonna ask, and a lot of these niggas is not journalists. You understand? It's a difference. Some of these niggas are just bloggers or just niggas who got opinions with nasty phones. You dig what I'm saying? You just a crazy ass nigga in your room or in your car with a nasty phone. You understand what I'm saying? And people be watching these maniacs. I be looking at it. I be like, wow. But get your money, homie. You dig what I'm saying? It is what it is. it's a lot of these dudes up here, you know, on YouTube and so-called, I can't even call it content. It just they so opinionated too. And as you see, mrecktv, I let the people have a voice. You dig what I'm saying?
Right, unbiased,
very unbiased.
Unbiased, always.
Got to. That's the only way to be. And I think that's what's wrong with, you know, just the media game. Most of these dudes, not even the dudes with the phones. I'm just talking about dudes on major platforms. They so opinionated, and they just trying to jade the people with how they feel about somebody or a situation, right. And that's not media to me.
They be talking at the people for an hour or two and never take calls or let the people give their opinion. They force and shoving their opinion down they subscribers' throats, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like the people, the subscribers, and the people that subscribe to your platform and support you, whether it be Super Chat, Cash App, whatever, PayPal, or whatever the case may be. So why don't these people ask them once in a while, what's your opinion? See, the opinion of the people is what keeps the machine going, regardless, you know, the bad machine or the good machine. Over here, it's a good machine. You understand what I'm saying? So salute to you from back before DVD, always allowing the people to give their opinion. Now, you know, you have your opinions and how you really feel about it. We build about it. You keep it off the platform. You understand? Unless it's really somebody that pissed you off. You know what I mean? And I've seen that. Yeah. But other than that, you know, it's a situation where you are dealing with an industry that is wicked, an industry that is, and it's all starting to connect with real life now. You understand? It always has been. But just like I said, you got these characters out here. He one of them. I don't care how much time he did in jail. Once you sign, you know, you come and you sign with a corporation. You understand what I'm saying? Not a self-made corporation. Then you got to do whatever it is that they tell you to do. You understand what I'm saying? So now you got all these cats that got these stories, these rappers that got these stories. All they doing is used to listen to their uncles who used to be on the street, and they come and they make a record talking about the uncle story, but putting it on as if they was the uncle living in the shows. You know what I'm saying? But now you got these artists being signed to now where they characters to line up others. 6ix9ine was one of them. What happened? All them Treyway wound up getting lined up under him. Jim Jones wound up getting everybody getting lined up from people that they supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, down with. And that ain't nothing but a sting operation, man.
You already know.
In my opinion.
I appreciate you calling and love your assessment as always, Earth. You know how we do. And, you know, stay on the line. I'm real quick because I got to address it while you here. The Blackout Show. Okay. It's every Tuesday, Mrek and Amina, 8 p.m. You know, so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you know, yet, make sure you subscribe or you new. 8 p.m. every Tuesday, The Blackout Show, Mrek and Amina. Amina drops crazy gems. Been giving y'all this information. You dig what I'm saying? And the Blackout. See, I don't even want to put that out because, you know, people will try to run in. You know what I mean? You know what I told you yesterday, Earth. So I'm just gonna create it. You feel me?
Make that do that in a big way.
Exactly. So I'm not even going to speak on it because it's so nasty out here. People will try to, you know, beat you to your own loop. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just handle it first, and then we announce it. You feel me? Got to move like ninjas out here. People are so nasty. Yeah. You know. So on that note, Earth, thanks for calling. Salute to you.
I appreciate you, General. Always. I'm in the. You got your soldier in the as a moderator.
Room. I see
in the chat. Salute to the 1200 Rexmar people in the building. The trolls, y'all getting up out of here because I've been getting y'all up out of here. It's not stopping nothing here. But it's a whole. But 95% of the people in the chat are you know, respectful and they got a good effectiveness. I'm reading.
No
doubt.
Got
your back. Let it know.
I appreciate it, Earth. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm dropping back down. Okay.
Yep. Peace. Call me up. That was the Earth Amina. You know, she's part of the brand mrecktv and all that, dropping those gems every Tuesday. Once again, the Blackout Show. Go watch that Chris Gotti clip speaking on Nas being to blame for Jay-Z and Irv Gotti relationship falling apart. That's on the channel. YouTube didn't send their alerts out. I'm gonna play that again. But call me up, man. Like I keep telling y'all, these 347s, These 917s, these 718 numbers, they really bother me, man. Numbers from the town, I'm just keeping it real. They don't be right and exact, man. The energy be off. Niggas curse a lot. I don't like it. I don't like that energy. I don't like anything dealing with bad energy. You dig what I'm saying? New York City and those damn New York numbers got some bad energy. Salute. You know I'm for the people, but you got to change your area code. Peace. You now tune in to mrecktv. State your name.
Look, yo, it's crazy that y'all gotta keep putting Jay-Z name in y'all clickbait videos. That
out of here. You call with bad energy, I ain't gotta put Jay-Z name. If you know my show, we could just put MREC and Amina and we doing 40 to 100K. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Ain't no clickbaiting over here. You know what I'm saying? I could just put MREC or I could put Amina. What we talking about? You don't know my brand, dude. Out of here. We're not even playing. So 443, just because of him, y'all got a bad tag. Anybody who calling from 443, matter of fact, his number is 443-559. So I'm going to remember that. I ain't going to put his whole number out there, but his nasty ass, I'm good on some. I'm going to block him too. Talking about clickbait. Nigga, you know what clickbaiting is? You don't even know what clickbaiting is. Like, and that's the thing with people. Niggas need to do education. Niggas need education, man. Niggas really need to do their whole education over. Like, real talk. The comprehension is bad. They hear one word and everybody run with it. Clickbaiting. Clickbaiting is when, let me educate y'all. Clickbaiting is when somebody uploads a video and they put, you know, something in the title that has nothing to do with the video. That's clickbaiting. Y'all really got this whole clickbaiting thing just wrong, all the way wrong. Peace. You now tuned in to MREC TV. Keep it clean. Keep it short. Mute your audio. Mute your audio, please. Mute your audio. All right. Peace. You now tuned in to MREC TV. Mute your audio. Keep it clean. Keep it short. State your name. Where you calling from? Hello? Oh, let me see what's going on. Why is it saying on hold? Hold on a second. All right, I'm gonna probably go live on this topic later. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna take one more call. Peace. Mute your audio, fam. Peace.
got you, bro.
What's going on? Keep it clean. Keep it short. State your name. Where you calling from?
Good. What's good?
What's going on? Mute your audio. I can still hear it, fam.
Good.
I can still hear the audio.
I'm off, man. I'm off. Now I muted my joint.
Okay.
So we good. We good on this side, bro.
All right, keep it
good,
clean,
bro.
I'm chilling, bro. How you?
Yeah. Maintaining, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to Amina. Hey, this is Reg, Amina. You know what I mean? You know what it is, girl. But yo, I think son is gonna snitch, man. He's emmed up. I think he gonna snitch, bro. I think he gonna tell. What you think?
Listen, if you feel like he gonna tell, I can't put that on him because that ain't my code D. You dig what I'm saying? I don't know what he built like. You dig? So I can't put that on him. You dig?
I feel you.
You know, I can't put that on. You know, the only thing I can go over is the facts. You know, but you know what's crazy that you say that because he did put that out there himself. He put that out there himself on the Breakfast Club. He said that same thing. So, you know, you got every right to say what you're saying because he said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
So, you know, I mean, just like you said, I don't know how he built. You know, he claimed he a gangster and all that, but you know, when that pressure is applied, you know what I mean, and you got something to live for, you just might sing. You might turn to a canary.
No doubt, bro. I appreciate you tapping in. Love, my brother. Salute. Peace. You're not tuning in. Mute your audio. Mute your audio. Mute your audio.
Hey, I'm like, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Mute your audio, baby girl. Please.
I'm muted.
Thank you.
You know, I'm just calling to support. I'm just calling to shout you out.
Thank you, baby
You know
girl.
what I'm saying? As a black host, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing y'all thing over there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dropping them bombs, baby.
Thank you.
Keep
I appreciate
talking
it.
and talk. Keep bringing them back. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Keep letting us keep dropping knowledge that they hiding from us. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you. That means so much to me. Peace. I appreciate
You know
What's your name? What's your name?
Nina, bless yourself up.
Definitely.
This is Melly calling from Brooklyn.
Okay.
Calling it down with Nitty from Queens.
That's what's
Bless up.
Bless up, baby girl. See, good energy. I love that. Thank you. Peace. You're now tuning to mrecktv. Keep it clean. State your name, where you calling from. Peace to the earth and Mina.
Good, and Rick, this is Carlos out of Houston.
Carlos, shouts to the whole Houston. Talk to me, Carlos. Keep it clean.
Real quick, the elders used to always tell us that numbers don't lie. And when I say that, I want you to think about this. He get in that room and they start calling out them numbers. We're going to find out how he built. Because when I was 16, I went before them folks and they tried to get me to wear a wire and I wouldn't do it. And it wasn't nothing they could do. So it's all on him. So we're going to find out if he a man or he a mouse.
Wow.
Numbers don't lie. Hey, but man, love what you and Amina doing.
Thank
Keep
you.
it up.
No doubt. Appreciate you, family. That was love.
Show.
Peace. Yo, let me know if I'm wrong, man, right? Wreck Mob. I'm not rocking with hold on, Connecticut is in the building. I'm not rocking with the NYC numbers right now. Peace. State your name, where you calling from.
What up?
What's going on, man? Keep it clean. Talk to me.
Ain't nothing much, you know what I'm saying? I'm calling from Connecticut.
Okay. Salute.
What a lot of people fail to understand is that these dudes, they indicting themselves. They've been indicting themselves for many a years with the content that they've been putting out as far as what they call music. You know what I'm saying? It's not music, what they're putting out. I'm saying they're putting out intentions. And their intentions are going against the universe and the Most High. Now, with that being said, is that the music or that they claim is music, that's not what music is intended for. Music is for the Most High. That's reserved for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Alone. You know what I'm saying? They just need to stick to what they do. If they're going to be gangsters, be gangsters. You know what I'm saying? There's an expiration date on that. I'm saying they're going to be gang members, be gang members. The expiration date on that. Everything we do have an expiration date, whether it's good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And they just need to stay in their lane because as they can see, the universe and karma is coming back to them instantly. It's just not waiting. It's not waiting like how it used to. It's instantaneous. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt, family. I appreciate you calling, man.
You know what I mean? It has to be addressed. I mean, because people, they calling up, they attacking you on, you know what I'm saying, what you putting out. You know what I'm saying? That's universe. That's universal. You know what I'm saying? The universe designated you to put out this information. And it's coming clear to us. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to be adversaries. They have they adversements is only going to fall back on them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of people, they hard-hearted, they all this, they all that. But, you know what I'm saying? Once the feds, once any authority comes down on them, everybody feels. Biggest, toughest dudes be crying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be saved. No one can be saved. You know what I'm saying? Got to do what they have to do. You know what I'm saying? They lane.
I appreciate you calling, my brother. Thank you. Good assessment.
Have a good day. Happy holidays to you and Amina and all y'all family.
Oh, no doubt, man. Appreciate you. Happy holidays, my brother. Peace. Yeah, man. You know, it's mrecktv. We let the people call it for what it is, man. It's too many opinionated, you know, fake journalists and just so-called journalists giving their opinions, and not only on this situation, just on things in general. The game is all messed up. It's time to stop really giving these dudes wave. If you see somebody being too opinionated and too judgmental, you need to fall back from that energy. You dig what I'm saying? Because you know, I don't want to get too deep, which I can, but just fall back from anybody being too judgmental. That's why I let the people call up and let them speak their piece, because that's what media is. It's almost like DJs, right? Check it. I'm giving y'all some gems. DJs work for the people, but over the last 20, 25 years, DJs, they got caught up in their egos, and now they act like they can tell you what to make. Really, a DJ is supposed to take the music from the artist and play it and let the people decide. And that's the same thing with media. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem with mainstream media, because they supposed to put out the facts, but they want to be opinionated and twist the facts and then expect you to just, accept it for what it is. But that's just me breaking that down. That's gems. If you caught it, you caught it. I'm gonna give you jury to rock, and if you ain't rocking it right, I'm gonna snatch it back. You feel me? So I'm gonna put jewels on your neck, and if you ain't rocking it right, I'm gonna take the jewels off your neck. You dig what I'm saying? Bars, metaphors, double entendres all day. Go get that MREC. Respect my handle project out. One of the best projects ever in hip hop. Go get all my singles. China Black, Millie Jack, all that. Shouts to Amina, one of the best doing it, far as giving the knowledge and dropping the gems. My team is strong. Shouts to Steve, the producer, behind the scenes with the tech and all that. You dig what I'm saying? So, I just gave y'all some gems on that. Hold on, let me run this this Chris Gotti promo that's up that YouTube try to suppress.
Yo, this is Chris Gotti, and you're watching me right now on mrecktv. Mm-hmm. You can never fuck with another man's enemy. I don't care what it is.
That's a fact.
Especially getting money. I'll give you a big story with Jay-Z and Irv. Okay. At the time. Mm-hmm. Nas. Irv did Super Ugly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there's this beef with Jay and Nas. As you know, we fucked with Nas, but we also fucked with Jay all the way. Like, that's my brother. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, that was Irv's, one of his biggest mistakes with Jay-Z was fucking with Nas.
So yeah, man, that's the Chris Gotti interview snippet preview that went up yesterday that a lot of y'all just didn't get. You know what I'm saying? Due to YouTube having issues yesterday evening with the algorithm and just in general. So, that's why I always cross promote any content that I put out with other content. You understand what I'm saying? Because I'm not, dependent on YouTube to push my content to the people. I already know they suppressing it because I'm putting the truth out. Me and the Earth putting the truth out. So they're going to suppress all my other content. You understand? It's like, y'all don't understand. That's why I tell you to hit the like button. Smash the like button right now. Because, we be sacrificing a lot, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You understand what I'm saying? That these are elite and these 10% and, the deep state, deep fake, all that be doing. You know what I'm saying? When people putting the truth out, they don't want you to have a platform to put the truth out. And then also, just in general, they're going to try to block your blessings and, try to stagnate you some kind of way. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I tell you to hit the like button. So this way, other people can get this content. Yeah, if you saw it, it's cool. But it's nothing to hit the like button. It's free. Other people will get this content or other content recommended to them due to all the likes on it. That's why the likes is important. It's, get out your egos. And it's not just me. If you rock with another channel or you rock with, numerous channels or, hit the like button. If you like the content and you feel like other people need to have it, hit the like button. It's just not mrecktv. Do that with other channels you rock with. I'm just giving you general information. You know what I'm saying? This way, because there's people who say, yo, damn, this should have 1 million views or 5 million views, and they only got 100 or whatever they got, 100K. It's because you're not sharing it. You understand what I'm saying? So on that note, I'm giving y'all gems on so many different things. It's bigger than just this, this Casanova thing. Hopefully everything work out with him in his case. Go get that Catch a Lick. Shouts to King Studios. Appreciate that. That Catch a Lick by MREC is fire. And we shooting a cinematic movie video. I know I've been supposed to drop the video, but there's a lot going on. You see, I've been giving your content sometimes 3 times a day. So I'm about to, take time to put energy into my music, because everybody be like, yo, Rec, your music is fire, better than all these artists. I'm gonna give y'all that MREC music. I got y'all, but I had to give y'all this powerful content. So we getting back to the music and all that. But go get all the music that's out. That MREC All In with China Black, featuring China Black. Go MREC Paper Chaser, MREC Catch a Lick, MREC Respect My Handle. The MREC No Delay featuring Tony Yayo. So much crazy bangers out there by myself. And all the people who rock with me, they know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So call me up. Let me know. I'm gonna take a few more callers before I end this live. Smash the like button. Let me know if you feel like Jay-Z is gonna hold Cass down with the proper representation in his case, because he needs one of those $1 million lawyers. You understand what I'm saying? This is a high-profile case, highly publicized. So he's gonna need an official lawyer that get busy, that got the relationships with the DA and the judge. Peace. You now tuned in to MRECK TV. Keep it clean, keep it short. State your name, where you calling from.
This is Lynn from Virginia.
What's going on, my brother? Talk to me.
What's up, boss?
All right.
I was calling in to say that they're, these artists out here, their handlers are, pushing these guys to desensitize and dehumanize. Our kids, they turn them into to hoes, the girls and the boys, and also the dehumanizing part is, the body, catching bodies and things of that nature, and it's programming, and they're pushing it, and they're puppets to these handlers, and I think that's their agenda, brother.
Got you. I appreciate you calling, man.
All right, boss.
All right, peace, bro. Yeah, man. So on that note, I'm over an hour in. I could touch on this concept later. I could do part 2. I didn't even eat yet. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. I'll be sacrificing my health to get y'all good content. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge and everything. Good music. That's another thing. I'm giving y'all good content, good music. Got the earth dropping gems. Y'all getting the lessons. You digging what I'm saying? Peace to the gods and the earths. So it's like, what else y'all want from me? But y'all watch niggas with nasty phones and nasty cameras and give their opinion. I'm lost. Like, I thought good content over everything, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what you into. That's what you went to. You dig? And then it be niggas who on their nasty phones trying to come at the brand. I'll be like, wow. You know what I mean? Wow. And these are all the niggas that I inspired or we inspired. You understand? That try to come at the brand. Shouts to Hot 97. They used the Forbes DVD footage on the Saigon. I think it says Ebro responds to the Saigon comments on Drink Champs. They used the Forbes DVD classic footage of Saigon and Mobb Deep fighting in the club. Yeah, that's the footage that me and Jordan Tower had shot. Forbes DVD consists of MREC and Doggy Diamonds, and Jordan Tower at the time was a part of the brand. He decided to do World Star, not too long after that. That's a whole nother story, but that is the original footage from the Saigon and Mobb Deep fighting in the club. In Hot 97, they used the B-roll of it for the content that's on their channel. I think they did, last time I checked, like 50,000 in a couple of hours. So go watch it, because it got some content from my brand. To show you how legendary this Forbes DVD MREC thing is. You understand what I'm saying? And how many people been copying, acting like they ain't noticed, but now you want to use the content. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time y'all been blocking. I can go on and on, man. I can go on and on. You know, it's a dirty game. The dirty game, man. But on that note, man, I'm off this, man. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully Casanova, you know, hopefully everything works out for Casanova and everybody that got indicted. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I didn't really look into it. I will look into it, but you know, hopefully everything works out. I don't want to see nobody in jail or dead. You dig what I'm saying? I wouldn't put that on my worst enemy. You feel me? He's still a black man. That's trying to feed his family. So on that note, double deuces and bubble gooses. I'm gone. Love. Go watch that Chris Gotti too promo right now. Do me a favor. Watch that Chris Gotti, and when the full interview come out, watch that. Salute to the Wreck Mob. Thank you. Appreciate everybody on the super chat and the Cash Apps and the PayPals. Thank you. All the donations. Love. New music coming from MREC too. Go watch that, catch a lick, go listen to it just cause and get everything off all the streaming platforms from MREC and China Black. Gutter Music is the brand.